Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Which is the verse? Haribol. 21. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, Chapter 14, Text 21. Srimad Bhagavatam, Sankhya 9, Adhyaya Sankhya 24, Shloka, Shloka Sankhya 21. Eto Ranaka Kurajan Nyasaso Rakshasva Mandada Shang Rangshye Bhavata Sakam Slagya Shringam Parasmitaha Eto Ranako Rajan Nyasaso Rakshasva Manada Sangshrasya Ye Bhavata Sankam Slagya Strinam Parashmitaham Eto Ranako Rajan Nyasaso Rakshasva Manadam Sangrangshe Bhavata Shakam Slagya Stringam Varasmitaham. Next chanter. Vaishnavas,
Translation. My dear King Pururava, please give protection to these two lambs who have fallen down with me. This is Urvasi speaking. Haribol. Text 21.
हे राजा पुरुरवा, ये उर्वशी की देवी बोली, हे राजा पुरुरवा, आप इन दोनों मेमनों को शरण दें, क्योंकि ये भी मेरे साथ दिव्य हैं.
Although I belong to the heavenly planets and you belong to earth, I shall certainly enjoy sexual union with you.
यदि भी मैं सर्वलोक की हूँ, आप पृथ्वी लोक के हैं, किंतु मैं निश्चय ही आपके साथ संभोग करूँगी.
I have no objection to accepting you as my husband, for you are superior in every respect.
आपको पति रूप में स्वीकार करने में मुझे कोई आपत्ति नहीं है, क्योंकि आप हर प्रकार से सर्वश्रेष्ठ हैं.
Let us please recite the Guru Parampara Pranams. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravane Bhajarane Nirvisesha Shanyavare Paskajade Sitara Om Aginata Minindasya Gina Gana Lakaya Shun Minitam Gena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Caitanya Bhuvistam Patam Gena Bhutale Fayam Rupa Kadam Ayam Darati Swapadantiham Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Japa Parakamanam Gurum Vaishnavanstam Sri Rupam Sagajatam Zagana Gunatanatam Savaitam Savarutam Varijana Saitam Sri Krishna Caitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Bandhu Gajatpake Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrinda Vrishavanu Sutta Devi Prana Mame Vipe Vansha Kauka Pariugascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patidanam Bhavadebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Caitanya Ananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasade Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naropamam Devam Saraswatam Vyasam Madhurya Nasa Prayesu Abadvesyo Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavate Uttima Shloka Bhakti Vaistike. This is part of an amazing novel. I have previously said, if you want to hear about wife stealing, if you want to hear about intrigues, if you want to hear about wars, why waste your time on some rubbish novel? Just read Srimad Bhagavatam and perfect your life. At the same time become ecstatic. Go Haribol. So to give you an idea of why I'm giving this prologue here, I'm going to back up in the story because most of you haven't been here for the rest of the story. Try to understand that although it's written like a novel, it's the true history of the universe. It's not mythology. You're not hearing mythology in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, This narration, the action, so to speak, begins back on the 4th verse of this chapter. 4th verse. After conquering the 3 worlds of upper, middle, and lower planetary system, Soma, the moon god, performed a great sacrifice known as Rajasuya Jagna. So, this chapter is describing the descendants of the moon god. Previously, we were hearing about the descendants of the sun god. Basically, there are 2 Kshatriya dynasties, sun god and moon god. So, there was a son named Atri, which was generated from Lord Brahma. Atri was the son of Lord Brahma. He was as qualified as his father, a great soul. The 3rd verse, we're backing up a little bit. From Atri's tears of jubilation was born a son named Soma. So Atri the moon, who was full of soothing rays. Lord Brahma appointed him the director of the Brahmanas, drugs, and luminaries. Of course, in the Vedic age, drugs means Ayurvedic medicines, not necessarily modern recreational drugs that kill people and cause them to go crazy. So, in other words, the active principle in medicines is caused by Soma. So, Atri was extremely ecstatic in joy, and that's how this personality was born. That is to say, actually, Soma, the moon god, there's 2 versions. One says that he was born from the mind of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the purport of the 3rd verse. But here we find that Soma was born from the tears in the eyes of Atri. Srila Prabhupada comments that this appears to be contradictory, but it's actually not, because the moon god appeared in a different millennium. So, after conquering the 3 worlds, upper, middle, and lower planetary system, this is the 4th verse, Soma. So Soma is a Kshatriya, as I just said. There are different origins of Kshatriya dynasty, and the Soma, or moon god, is one of them. So if Kshatriya means warrior. He performed the Rajasuya Jagna after conquering the whole universe, so he was no small-time player, you know, he was a giant Kshatriya. But because he was very much puffed up, in other words, he just conquered the whole universe, so he got royally puffed up. He forcibly kidnapped Brihaspati's wife, whose name was Tara. Should I continue? Yes, no? Come on. Should I continue with this very interesting novel, which is True History of the Universe? Yes or no? That was weak. Yes? Haribol? Good. Much better. So here we see Soma is stealing another man's wife. This is really adharma. And whose wife is he stealing? He's stealing the wife of Brihaspati. Brihaspati is the guru of the Devas. This is really bad news. So although, this is the 5th verse, although requested again and again by Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods, someone did not return Tara. This was due to his false pride. Consequently, a fight ensued between the demigods and the demons. In the next verse, we find out why the demons got involved. Now, this was a Deva matter. Now, how come the demons are getting involved? Good question, huh? Jai, 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 Jai. Because of enmity, 6th verse, because of enmity between Brihaspati and Sukracharya, the famous Sukracharya who was also the guru of the in the case of Bali Maharaj. So Sukracharya, he took the side of the moon god and was joined by the demons. So the demons are, this is bizarre, the demons are joining on the side of the moon god. Because there was enmity between Brihaspati and Sukracharya, so then therefore Sukracharya jumped into the middle of this whole thing and brought all his armies and demons to fight on the side of the moon god. Normally the moon and the demons are enemies, but you see, this is politics. This is universal politics. The politics on this planet is nothing in comparison. It gets better. Are you ready? It gets more juicy. Are you ready? Come on. Are you ready for more story? Come on, more enthusiasm. Good. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. Try to understand. This is vintage Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the Bhagavad Purana. It's the highest scripture in the whole universe. So, now you are hearing Bhagavad Purana as given by Srila Prabhupada. So this is bizarre. So Brihaspati and Sukracharya, they didn't like each other. There was trouble between them. So Sukracharya and all his demons took the side of the moon god and was joined by the demons. In other words, his hordes of demons. I mean, this will make a great film, you know. It is. One day they'll make wonderful films about all these. The big heading will Bhagavad Purana, the greatest narration in history. Forget all the other things. You know, this is the Bhagavad Purana, the greatest story ever told. They say that about the Bible, other things, forget it. This is Bhagavad Purana, is the greatest story ever told, but it's truth. It's not based on mythology, not at all. Not one word is mythology. But Lord Shiva, because of his affection for the son of his spiritual master, joined the side of Brihaspati. And he was accompanied by all the ghosts and hobgoblins. So I'll explain from the purport here. The moon god is one of the demigods, but to fight against the other demigods, he took the assistance of the demons. This is very strange because normally the moon and the demons are enemies. Like Rahu, for example. Rahu is counted amongst the demons. And the hostility between Rahu and the moon and the sun is a true explanation of eclipses, either solar or lunar eclipse. The real cause is that Rahu attempts to devour both the sun and the moon, depending whether it's a solar eclipse or lunar eclipse. It actually goes dark because Rahu is a shadow, is said to be the shadow of Rahu. "100 years from now, the astronomers will accept the Vedic version." Maybe less, because they're starting to get interested in the Vedic version of cosmology, just now beginning by the mercy of Prabhupada. So Shukracharya, he joined with Brihaspati because Shukra was the enemy of Brihaspati, and so he also joined the moon god to retaliate in anger against Brihaspati. I'll read it. Follow the book, please. We're talking about the 6th verse. Prabhupada's purport to the 6th verse. I'll read the purport again because it's very important. We have to try to get this context straight here. The moon god is one of the demigods. But to fight against the other demigods, he took the assistance of the demons. This is peculiar. Shukracharya, being an enemy of Brihaspati, also joined the moon god to retaliate or to get revenge against, he was very angry, get a revenge against Brihaspati. You could call it a political opportunity. To counteract this situation, Lord Shiva, who was affectionate towards Brihaspati, joined Brihaspati's side. See, big cosmic war shaping up here. The father of Brihaspati was Angira, from whom Lord Shiva had received knowledge. Of course, that's external. Lord Shiva is by nature full of knowledge, but it indicates that just like Narada had a guru, also Srila Vyasadeva had guru. This is a system. Vedic system is honored all throughout the universe. So Lord Shiva and all his Bhutas, they joined with Brihaspati against the opposition. So the father of Brihaspati was Angira, from whom Lord Shiva had received knowledge. This is the point. Therefore, Lord Shiva had some affection for Brihaspati. And he joined with Lord Brihaspati, the guru of the demigods. He joined with Brihaspati in this fight, Lord Shiva. Sridhar Swami remarks that Lord Shiva is well known to have received knowledge from Angira. Once again, that's external. Now it gets better. It gets better. King Indra, accompanied with all kinds of demigods, joined the side of Brihaspati. Thus there was a great fight, destroying both demons and demigods only for the sake of Tara. That's Brihaspati's wife, because you see, because the moon god had stolen Brihaspati's wife for an affair, illegal affair, therefore there was this whole big fight. It's in the West, there's this story of Helen of Troy. It's Greek, somewhere between history and mythology. It's not exactly clear where the line is. There was a big war between a tribe of Kshatriyas called the Trojans. And the Greeks. There was a famous wooden horse that was rolled into the city, and out of the horse came the enemies. It's a very famous story in the West. There might be some historical truth behind it. It's hard to say.
There's a big movie also, man.
Huh?
There's a famous movie on this also.
In India,
No, in the West. Hollywood.
They've made many films. Yes, Hollywood films about it. I mean, the point is, so here you have some woman starts a war. So we see this whole thing is going on here. This case is stealing the wife of the guru of the demigods. That's extremely serious. Fully informed by Angira about the entire incident, he severely chastised the moon god, Soma. Remember that Lord Brahma is the chief executive guru, head acharya of the whole universe, so nobody can mess with him. His word is accepted as the word of God. Sakshat Jarit Venasamasu Sastri. We see that as good as God, so because he is considered a great devotee of the Lord, therefore, when he gives an order, everyone in the universe has to follow it. So he gave the order that Tara be returned to her husband Brihaspati. Then Brihaspati could understand that she was pregnant. This is really bad. The wife of the guru of the Devas is pregnant by another man. This is really bad. The 9th verse, Brihaspati said, "You foolish woman," he's talking to his wife, who just had a fling with the moon god. This will make great cinema, you know. It's exactly what people want to hear. It'll make fabulous cinema. You foolish woman, your womb, which was meant for me to impregnate, has been impregnated by someone other than me. Immediately deliver your child. Immediately deliver it. Be assured that after the child is delivered, I shall not burn you to ashes. Of course, he had the power. This shows he had the power to burn his wife to ashes for her sin. Nowadays, people don't have the power to burn others to ashes. If there's a marriage squabble, if somebody could burn their partner to ashes, it would not. There would be huge piles of ashes all over the place. So he says, I shall not burn you to ashes. I know that although you were unchaste, you wanted a son, therefore I shall not punish you. This means that he's magnanimous. I mean, so Srila Prabhupada points out that Tara was married to Brihaspati, and she was supposed to be impregnated by him, not by some other man, or Deva, as the case. After all, the moon god is a Deva. Here's the problem. She preferred to be impregnated by the gorgeous, beautiful, handsome, youthful sun god. I mean, you know, try to understand. I mean, moon god. He's buff, you know. He's a very handsome, virile young man, not a young Deva, a young god. So she wanted to have sex with him, have a son by him, instead of her husband. So, so Srila Prabhupada states that she preferred to be impregnated by Soma. So therefore she was very unchaste, because, I mean, she was very into cheating her husband. I mean, this is adultery, you know, this is outright adultery going on here. Adultery means when you cheat on your husband or wife.
तो ये अपने पति को धोखा देने वाली बात हो गई, ऐसे असत्यत्व कार्य तारा ने किया।
So, Tara, the woman being discussed here, the wife of Brihaspati, accepted Tara from Lord Brahma. So, Lord Brahma was in the middle of this. It's a family matter.
तो तारा को पत्नी के रूप में बृहस्पति ने ब्रह्मा जी के कहने पे स्वीकार किया। अभी ब्रह्मा जी इसमें आ गए।
Lord Brahma had betrothed Tara to Brihaspati.
ब्रह्मा जी ने तारा को बृहस्पति को पत्नी के रूप में स्वीकार किया।
When he saw that she was pregnant, he wanted her to deliver a son immediately.
जब उनको पता चला कि वो गर्भवती है, तो बृहस्पति ने तुरंत बोला कि इसको गर्भ को जन्म दो।
Tara certainly very much feared her husband. I mean, after all, he's a mystic yogi, you know. He's not some pooper time character.
तो तारा को अपनी पति से बहुत डर लग रहा था, और उन्होंने तुरंत, क्योंकि उस साधारण व्यक्ति तो नहीं, महान योगी भी थे, महान मुनि थे।
So she thought she might be punished after giving birth.
तो उनको डर लग रहा था, भय लग रहा था कि जन्म देने के बाद उनको उधर से कोई दंड मिलेगा, इस वजह से वो उनको जन्म नहीं देंगे।
Therefore, Brihaspati assured her he would not punish her, although she was unchaste and had become pregnant through illicit sex.
बृहस्पति ने उनको आश्वासन दिया कि वो उनको दंड नहीं देंगे, हालांकि वो असती हैं।
Should we continue? That was weak. Is it a good story? Translate.
क्या हम आगे चलें? ये भी कथा को आगे बढ़ाएं?
Is it a good story?
ये कैसी कथा है? अच्छी लग रही है आपको?
The true history of the universe, remember, this is not mythology. Even though it reads like a novel, it is not mythology. Try to understand. It's the actual history of the universe. That's what Bhagavad Purana is.
ये समझने का प्रयास कीजिए कि ये कल्पना नहीं है, ये इतिहास है, ये सृष्टि का इतिहास है, ये भगवत पुराण है।
So Shukadeva Goswami continued, by Brihaspati's order, Tara, who was very much ashamed, immediately gave birth to the child.
तो शुकदेव गोस्वामी ने आगे कहा कि बृहस्पति के आज्ञा अनुसार तारा, जो कि बहुत शर्म से लज्जित थी, उन्होंने एक बच्चे को जन्म दिया।
So now more trouble.
अब इससे और समस्या आ गई।
So she gave birth. She was ashamed. First of all, I mean, she had some good qualities. She was, at least she was ashamed of her sinful activity.
कुछ अच्छे गुण तारा में भी हैं, क्योंकि उनको अपने गलत कार्य के प्रति बहुत शर्म हो रही है।
Now the child was very beautiful with a golden bodily hue.
जो ये पुत्र था, ये बहुत ही सुंदर था, उसके शरीर से सुनहरी कांति निकल रही थी।
Both Brihaspati and the moon god Soma desired a beautiful child.
तो बृहस्पति और सोम दोनों की इच्छा हुई उस पुत्र को रखने की।
More trouble.
और समस्या आ गई।
Are you ready? That was weak. Are you ready? Fighting again in the 11th verse. Finally, we come to the 11th verse.
अभी हम 11वें श्लोक में हैं।
Fighting again broke out between Brihaspati and the moon god. Both of them claiming this child is my child, not yours.
तो सोमदेव बृहस्पति के बीच में फिर से विवाद हो गया। दोनों लोग कहने लगे कि ये पुत्र मेरा है, पुत्र मेरा है।
All the saints and demigods present asked Tara whose child the newborn baby actually was.
जितने ऋषि गण थे, जितने भी देवता थे, सब पूछने लगे तारा से किसका पुत्र है ये?
But because she was very ashamed,
क्योंकि तारा बहुत शर्म से लज्जित थी,
she could not immediately answer. She didn't want to tell the truth because now she's ashamed that her beautiful son, no matter how beautiful it was born out of illicit sex. Now she's ashamed.
तो अभी वो बहुत शर्म के मारे में बोल ही नहीं पा रहे थे। हालांकि उनका पुत्र इतना सुंदर था, पर वो अपने गलत तरीके से उत्पन्न हुआ था, जो बोल नहीं पा रहा।
So she wouldn't tell who the father was.
तो ये बोल नहीं रही थी कि कौन है पिता।
Now, this is very interesting.
अभी बहुत रुचिकर घटना है।
Please keep the book open. Now the baby himself gets involved in the mix. In text number 12, it's a newborn baby. It's a golden effulgent baby. It's not an ordinary child. It's not an ordinary, what we call varna samskar, unwanted progeny. It was a beautiful, effulgent, golden colored baby. So this baby was being not an ordinary baby. It was born with the ability to talk fluently immediately. I don't know if it was Sanskrit or some other, the language of the Devas, whatever that is. Are you ready for the next? The child then became very angry. This is a baby now. This is a tiny baby. This baby is already fully, in English word is cognizant. In other words, can speak fluently as an infant. And he was very angry. Not ordinary child, not an earthly child. This is a deva. He's the son of a deva. This is the baby. This is amazing. He demanded that his mother immediately tell the truth. Keep in mind, this is a baby talking with no, life, education, no, worldly affairs, no knowledge of history, nothing. It's a baby, infant. He starts talking to his mother. You unchaste woman! What is the use of your unnecessary shame? Why do you not admit your fault? Immediately tell me about your faulty behavior. In other words, she wants to hear him say who his father is. Instead of lying or covering it up, he's scolding her for not telling the truth immediately. So in the 13th verse, Lord Brahma then brought Tara to a secluded place. That's the mother of the baby. And after pacifying her, see, she's in an upset, She just got heavily chastised by a tiny baby, and then there's a war is almost taking place again over her and her child, and now two great men, big men, are fighting over her baby, and she's in the epicenter of this whole thing. Lord Brahma is very intelligent. You have to be intelligent to be the CEO of the entire universe. After all, he's completely empowered by his guru, Garbhodakashai Vishnu. So he knows everything about diplomacy. Diplomacy. How to be diplomatic. So he took Tara to a secluded place, and after pacifying her, she's in an upset, you know. I mean, she just got heavied out by, you know, two giant men, the moon god Brihaspati, and then the wars almost taking place between devas and demons over her. So she's in the center of this upset. So and therefore Lord Brahma has to pacify her so she can spit it out. Okay, come on, who is the father? But he's being very diplomatic. So after she calms down, he gets her to calm down. He's like the grandfather, great-grandfather, you see. He asked her to whom the child actually belonged. She replied very slowly, This is the son of Soma, the moon god. Then the moon god immediately took charge of the child. Interstellar politics. Do you still want to waste your time watching Hollywood or Bollywood cinema? This is much better. If anybody has any Bollywood connections, you tell them, come on, drop this rubbish, make the film of this incident of Brihaspati versus the moon god. This is great storyline, but it's true history of the universe. Text 14. O Maharaj Parikshit, when Lord Brahma said that the child saw that the child was deeply intelligent, he gave the child the name Buddha. The moon god, the ruler of the stars, enjoyed great jubilation because of this son. So here, Shukadeva Goswami is saying that the moon god, not the sun, is the ruler of the stars. Download that. So I'll be concluding shortly, but this is just more juicy part of the whole thing. Text 16, 15 and 16. Thereafter from Buddha, through the womb of Ila, the son was born named Pururava, who is described in the beginning of the 9th canto. When his beauty, personal qualities, magnanimity, behavior, wealth, and power were described by Narada in the court of Lord Indra, the celestial woman Urvasi was attracted by him. More sex, folks. So Urvasi, she's a famous heavenly damsel, extraordinarily beautiful. She bewildered many kings on the earth in ancient history. So Urvasi was very attracted by this gorgeous, powerful king. Named Pururava. So we're out of time. We'll have to stop there today. But there's more to the story. Stay tuned. Karanchara Shiva Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Jagaguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Shri Radhikaman Krishna Balaram ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.